Yeah, anyhow.
All right.
The only problem was if they found out about you, they were going to bounce you out and you'd have to go back to being a girl again, you know, because they just can't allow women in the military. That took us until now, you know. And the songs of the period kind of reflected this. You know, the female drummer, she's in the army for a while, and then this girl tells her captain about it, and then she gets thrown out. Well, what if she didn't have to go back? And so I wrote this song. It's called Another Drummer. When I was young, the finest sight I thought I'd ever seen was Britain's soldiers row on row, drawn up before the Queen. To fight beside them, sword in hand, became my only dream. To hear the cannon's heavy roar and see our sword points gleam. When I was in my 14th year from home, I ran away to wear a soldier's scarlet coat and march into the fray. They made of me a drummer girl, I looked a fine young lad, and soon I was the finest drummer they had ever had. My scarlet coat I wore with pride to fight in Britain's cause. My comrades were as dear to me as e'er my family was. I love the roar of battle as I love the drum's tattoo. I found the trade I follow in the place of lover true. Tall and straight and rosy-cheeked in soldier's clothes I grew. The ladies loved my flashing eye, but none my secret knew. Till one with eyes so dark and deep I'd gladly in them drown. I knew I was in trouble then, my caution from me flown. I told myself I walked with her to strengthen my disguise. From such a subterfuge as this the road to ruin lies. To my surprise she kissed me then within the shadows deep. I made no move to stop her even to my secret keep. She laughed at my confusion, for my secret she did know. It was your gentle innocence that made me love you so. I care not if your manner made your secret safe with me. We'll live well on your soldier's pay, and I your wife shall be. And that is how I came to be a soldier brave and free, a faithful husband to my wife I cannot help but be. I follow still the rattling drum that once I used to play. My days are filled with soldiering, my nights are sweet and gay. Yeah, well, you know, maybe we'll outgrow a war one of these days. There's a song called Over the Hills and Far Away. It's the marching song of the British Army. And every time there's another war, they rewrite the song.
Exactly.
And Great Big Sea just did it for the Iran-Iraq War, and I thought, you know what? It's my turn. I thought I'd try to bring it home. This is called the last marching song. O'er the hills and o'er the fern, our sons and daughters will return, all soldiers coming home to stay, over the hills and far away. Those 40 shillings on the drum, your GI Bill, your college fund, are baked to lure your kids away, over the hills and far away, o'er the hills and o'er the fern, our sons and daughters will return, all soldiers coming home to stay, over the hills and far away. It's said that fighting's in our blood. sound well. It's going to be Birds Night soon. This is called Tibby Dunbar. Oh, will you go with me, sweet Tibby Dunbar? Oh, will you go with me, sweet Tibby Dunbar? Will you ride on a horse or be drawn in a cart, or walk by my side, sweet Tibby Dunbar? I care not your daddy, his lands or his money. I care not your kin, so high and so lordly. But say you'll go with me for better or worse, and come in my coatie, sweet Tibby Dunbar. I offer you nothing in silver or land. What man can determine the price of your hand? But give your consent, you'll be richer by far. Oh, say that you'll have me, sweet Tibby Dunbar. Will you be known as a poor beggar's lady, and sleep in the heather rolled up in my plaidie?